Hi everybody, so welcome to vlog number 4. I was trying to get vlog number 3 up and I've been having some difficulties, so I don't know if I'm going to label this one vlog number 3 or vlog number 4. So I'm not really sure how I wanted to do this video. I thought I would just kind of sit down and chat and y'all get to know me. Also, if y'all have any questions about this video that I'm going to be talking about, leave comments down below. Okay, so this story that I'm going to talk about, as you can tell by the title.
The title is called My Teen Mom Story. I'm not really sure how I'm going to call it. Maybe Teen Mom Story. My Teen Mom Story.
This is a very emotional topic just because at the time it was a very hard thing to deal with. Okay, let's just get into the story. So I was 16 years old when I met my husband. He went to one school and I went to another school. We were going to a college to view the campus. When we got to the campus, they switched us up, so they separated everybody into different groups. And he was in another group and I went into another group. So after we viewed the campus, we all met in this, they had like a Starbucks in there. I think they even had like a, what, I don't know, they just had they had games in there too. They had games, they had a Starbucks, and I was in line for Starbucks and he came up to me and he started talking to me, you know. Actually, I honestly thought he was kind of weird. He was asking me questions like, what do I do on the weekends? And I mean, it's not weird questions. It was just at the time, just because I didn't know who he was, he just came up to me and like, hi, like, so what do you do on the weekends? And I was like,
Nothing.
And that's when he asked me to be his girlfriend. And of course I said yes, being 16 years old and he's what, 18 years old. So I was
like, yeah, I want to be your girlfriend, you know. So anyways, we became boyfriend and girlfriend, and we hung out a lot. So, we became sexually active, and never thought that we would get pregnant.
I never planned my pregnancy, but I never did anything to prevent it. So we never used protection. I was never on birth control, and I think we were about almost a year into our relationship, and then that's when my sister came to me and told me that I should get on birth control.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. I am, you know, I'm becoming sexually active and I need to do something about it.
We went to Planned Parenthood to get birth control, and when I went in to get it, they told me I was pregnant. I kind of started freaking out, you know. I was 17 when I found out I was pregnant. I didn't really have any symptoms that I was pregnant, except that I was always tired. So then I went home and my my husband Arnold was there. He was my boyfriend at the time. He was there at my house, and I was just like in the room crying, you know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to tell my mom. So I called my best friend at the time and I told her that I was pregnant and I didn't know what to do, you know. And she was like, just go tell your mom. So I hung up with her, and as I like put my hand on the doorknob, my mom said,
Crystal, come here.
And I looked at my boyfriend, well, my husband, you know, and I was like, because I was guilty at the time, so my conscience was like, she knows. So I go into the room and my mom just starts bawling. Like, she already knew. I walked in there, she was bawling. I started crying. She was like, is it true? And I was like, Mom, it's true.
And she was like, well, what are you going to do? You know, like, you have your whole life in front of you. And I was like, Mom, I don't know what I'm going to do. So we sat there, my husband was there with me, of course, and she was just talking to him, like, you know, about being a dad. So that he needed to step up and be a dad and stay there for me. And he said, or of course, he was like, I am. And I had no doubt, I really had no doubt that he was going to leave me. Just because I loved him and he loved me.
I was on the dance team there at my high school, and I had danced for, I want to say, since I was 7 years old. So like it was a big thing in my life.
And that year we were planning to go to New York for competition, and I was just freaking out. I was freaking out because I was like, I really want to go to New York for competition. I was like, oh God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't know what I'm gonna do.
So the next day went by, and I was very, very emotional. I was in practice for dance, and my coach just kept getting onto me, and I don't know, I just started crying and I walked out. One of my friends from the team walked out and she grabbed me and she asked me, what's wrong? And I was like, you're not gonna believe me if I tell you. And she was like, just tell me. I'm like,
I'm pregnant.
so me and my coach went into this room by ourselves, and then she spoke to me and I told her that I was pregnant, and of course she was shocked. She was just completely shocked, and she asked me what I was gonna do.
And I had told her that my sister wanted me, or my sister and my mom agreed to help me get an abortion if I wanted to.
So that was always in my mind. I always just, for a while, I was planning on getting an abortion.
And don't judge me for it. It was just at that time I felt I was being completely selfish. So in my head I was like, man, if I get an abortion, my life will be perfect. My life will not be ruined. And that's a bad way to put it, but that's what went through my mind. And I'm just being real. I thought that if I got an abortion, that my life would be perfect.
So I became really depressed and I stopped going to school for a whole month. And I just gave up. I completely gave up on everything. Of course, I had my family there with me, I had my husband with me, and they were very supportive of everything, but I just gave up on school. Growing up, I never went to church. So that's when I started listening to this song, and maybe I can put it on for y'all so y'all can hear it, because man, it just gave me so much motivation.
I remember the moment, I remember the pain. I was only a girl, but I grew up that day. Tears were falling, I know you saw me.
When I listened to the song, God came to me and told me, He told me, get up and keep on keeping on. So I got up and I was just like, you know what? If I'm gonna have this baby, I can't drop out of school. I want my baby to have more than what I've had. And that's what every parent says. So the next day, I talked to my mom about an alternative school, a different school. I thought, okay, if I go to this academy and it's only half a day, then I can finish school. So I decided to get online classes because I felt that was easier for me. And I stayed up every night busting my butt to finish, because I needed a certain amount of credits to pass my junior year, because I was already failing when I was in my senior year, my first semester, and I was still pregnant. And then I went to school all the way up till I was 38 weeks. I had her that summer, and I went back to school, and I was more motivated than I had ever been. I was making A's, and I think I even graduated in the I was ranked number 11 in my class. I was just on the ball. I was doing my work. I went to school every single day. I think the only day that I didn't go to school was because my baby was sick. But I went to school every single day. I finished my school year in January 2013, and I walked the stage June 2013. So that is all I have today. I'm sorry about not vlogging throughout this whole day. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.
See y'all in my next video.
And if you are a teen mom, know that you are not alone and never give up on your dreams.
Thank you for watching this, and I hope this gives teen moms motivation to keep on keeping on. See y'all later. Bye!